Hello everyone, Benny here, welcome to video 4. And in this video we are going to be making everything we've put together so far all come together, because this video is where we are going to be completing a computer. Well, at least this version anyways. There will be videos later on where we will, we'll upgrade it. So right now I'm going to place a piece of redstone here. I'm going to just go down this line, an arbitrary amount, but a fair distance. Okay, just about here. I'm sure that's going to be long enough. Yeah, it's not too important, so I can fill that with redstone. Now it's time to start counting. Now, in this version of the computer, I'm just going to have 16 program commands. So that means you can program the processor to do 16 things in a sequence before, well, you'll finally see. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, I was pretty close to having this long enough. And it's always good to count twice. Actually, you can count when I place torches, because you do need to place torches on these. Actually, you do need another one in this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. Okay, there's 16. Okay. So now, what we want to do is want to place a torch here. Just find the repeater point. Make sure you place it under a block. If you place it in the space that's not under a block, it's going to cause issues. And hey, we're sending a command with the program. Yay. But I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to place redstone on top of all of this. And in case you didn't already predict this, what we're going to do is we're going to copy this and we're going to paste it. So 1, and I can do this, but it may screw you up, so just be warned. Copy. Okay, so now that's gone on 2. We want to make sure that's all lined up nice and neatly, and it is. So now we need to do this 16 more times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18. Okay, that has worked. Okay, so now got everything nice set up, and just to be sure that it is working all the way down the line, I'm gonna place a torch here, and that's reaching the general indicator. So okay, now I have tried this out before, and typically if a simple computer like this one, you would do the well, basically what I'm doing right now is I'm about to do program counters. Basically what those do is they keep track of which, it's basically a system to keep track of which command the computer is doing, and it just tells the computer, hey, you're doing this command, hey, you're doing this command, hey, you're doing this command, until it switches to the next command that says, hey, you're doing this command instead. And then that's all that the program counter does. It gives the computer a command and tells it that it's doing that, and the computer just does it. So, typically you do this with something called a shift register. Now, I have tried doing this with a shift register, and I don't know, but it's giving me this absolutely bizarre redstone glitch. I don't know what's causing it. I hope it gets fixed in the next patch. Hope, but anyways, so unfortunately we're going to have to go ahead and make our computer a bit more advanced. So this unfortunately will require us to make, well, not necessarily unfortunately, but it will require us to make a temporarily more complicated computer. And I'm debating on, okay, in a later video we're going to upgrade this, but for now we're just going to have 4 extra commands. And this is going to make up for our lack of shift registration, I guess you could say. So 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these are going to make up for a lack of shift registers. And the way this is going to work is going to be something called a go-to command. And hang on, does that still have the... Oh yeah, it does. Now, in more advanced computers, you have go-to commands because that lets you control the way the program flow works. It lets you do things like looping and stuff like that. The reason you typically don't do it in simple computers like this one is because, well, usually you don't want it if you're not doing conditional branching. And, hey, guess what? We're not doing conditional branching. But, oh well, it's not the most efficient way to do things for a computer this simple, but oh well, we're doing it. It's what it takes to make it work. So, anyways, hopefully you don't hate me too much for not showing that. After it's fixed, I'll show you how to do it with that if you prefer doing it with shift registers. But okay, so all I did right there is I took all the commands and just moved them aside like that. And now I have to test repeater power, so I'm going to place torches at the end of this, just temporarily. And this is going to let me test to make sure everything is reaching. And not everything is. But that's okay, because right now, we're going to have the time of our lives, because we're building a 4-bit decoder. And to do this, first off, I need to move everything, redo everything, because I need more space to make a decoder. Now, I'm pretty sure I need that much space to do a decoder, not completely sure, but I'm not taking the risk, so whatever. This is how I'm doing it. If you don't like it, then too bad. 4, 5. Well, not really. I try to listen to my viewers and see what they want, because I don't want to make videos that no one really wants, because I'm missing something like really, really simple, but oh well. That's just the way I view things, and still too short. I have no idea why I'm having so much trouble counting today, but oh well. Okay, so basically you need 2 spaces between every single one, and now we're going to set up a 4-bit decoder. This is... I need to break off the end of all these, unfortunately, I guess. Not necessarily unfortunately, it's not particularly important as long as you have this. That's very important to have, but that's okay, we're just gonna do this. I really was hoping I would be able to do the shift register method, because that's, it's a lot easier to do than this one, because, yeah, it's just a whole bunch easier. But whoops. Oh well, this is gonna be a long video until I remember that we have this magical thing called copying and pasting. This could save me an enormous amount of time. So, this is exactly what I'm going to do. So first off, with my new copying and pasting strategy, I'm going to place redstone at the start and end of all these decoders. And I'm going to use... okay, in fairness, I have not tested to make sure this works yet. So this may go horribly wrong. Well, not the method of using the computer, the method of building the decoder. But I really hope it does, because I've had to build all my previous decoders by hand, and that sucks. So first, I'm going to start by building a... what's it called? 3-bit decoder? Not 3-bit code. Okay, first off, this is off. These need to be aligned with the rows. So they go like this, and this is going to cause issues. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So I did it too close. As it turns out, you need 3 spaces instead of 2. Sorry about that. Sorry, really sorry about all that, but hopefully you will forgive me. So basically, I'm just gonna cut this out, move over 1, and paste. And now it has enough room. Except now I need to realign all of these, because they're now all unaligned. Again. I'm debating right now on whether or not I should re-record this, or just keep going. I'll just keep going for now. So yeah. Okay, there we go. We've finally got the decoder base set up. This is... yeah, this is going to be quite a video. Okay, now I need to set it up like 2-bit decoder, so... I'm pretty sure this is how this works. Yeah, okay. Now I'm going to... So basically right now I'm just building a 2-bit decoder. And really, really hoping that this works. Because if it doesn't, I am... Oh, you're... Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. Never mind, that works. That works. I don't know what... I don't know what was going on about there, but hey, this works. So... Alright. Oh, completely forgot a step. How silly of me. Getting an entire step in the process. Yeah, this is gonna be another one of those long videos, I'm afraid. So... Sorry about that. But... Things are what they are, I guess. Even though I hate that expression. So this may or may not end up being the last video in the series. That doesn't mean that this is gonna be the end. I'm probably gonna do a couple more videos. Okay, actually no, wait, no. There's still other stuff to do, so this won't be the last video. And okay, finally we have this thing built. And you know what? Just right now I'm just gonna copy it with like this, so don't mind. Okay. There we go. So, okay, this is a little debatable on whether or not this is gonna work. But oh well. Copy. Paste. Now let's find out if it worked. Yeah, it did. Which is somewhat incredible, but what do you know, it worked. So, basically we're just pasting the code all the way along. This is going to complete one half of the decoder. So, all that, and we just finished the first half. Yeah, we're just getting started. Sorry if that just destroyed your speakers. I was sort of scratching behind my microphone, and I gotta do it again. Sorry. Okay, wow. So, continuing construction of the decoder. I'm gonna build this one. And I think I'm gonna have to do the rest of it by hand. But that's... it's gonna be painful and long. But life happens. Any second. And I do need to add an extra piece of redstone at the end. There's no good reason for it, I guess you could say, but it's going to help me determine when the power cuts off when you add repeaters, because that's one thing that can be really dangerous when you're adding repeaters. You see that redstone is reaching right here, but you don't notice it's not reaching right here. And if it doesn't reach right there, the whole thing doesn't work. So, that's something to be careful of. And okay, wow, it's about time. Okay, so now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not going to be tileable. Oh well. 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm using the trick I showed in the Minecraft Computer Explained video episode 3. So, just showing you that I do use those tricks that I show. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's always good to double check your math. Okay, why am I counting 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I guess I just counted. Alright, that's okay though, I think. I hope. Because if I'm wrong, then really bad things are gonna happen. But you know, just still building the decoder. It's still gonna take forever. But it's okay, because we're almost done. Okay then. So now I extend all the rows. And the reason I'm not really saying much about this is because this is basically the exact same thing I showed in video 11, except scaled up tremendously. And it unfortunately does take a while. But we're almost done. Finally. Whoa, whoop, whoop. No, don't do that. That's bad. That's very bad to place redstone in unwanted places in the bottom of the decoder. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so these do reach, so that's very good. That means I'm not going to have any of the issues with things not working properly in certain cases. So yay, I think. Okay. But hey, the good thing is this is already here for whenever we want to build a bigger and better computer. So we won't have to redo everything. And the decoder has been completed. But of course, no decoder is complete without control wire. And just to keep up the tradition I've been doing for the past couple of videos, I'll do it this way. Yep, here we go. Okay. Whoa. So, same thing showed you in video 11. Just control wire, which I'm gonna end up just turning on inevitably for the time being. Maybe. Actually, probably not, because I'm pretty sure this is gonna work, and if it's not, yeah, it's gonna work. Most likely. Okay, now, here comes the issue. Why has this suddenly stopped outright? This and this have changed. And now, it should be decoding segment 2. Yay! I got it right. But now we have to add repeaters. So, go ahead and add repeaters. And again, watch out for that thing. That's why I had to do it early. So, yeah. Adding repeaters. And, yeah, again, careful of this. That's what I was talking about earlier. Alright, almost done. Last row. It's been a long time coming. Wow, I spent way more of this video than I had planned going over the decoder. But, yeah. So, this should be a working decoder. I have yet to decide where I want the command to... This is going to control the command to start the computer, this wire. So I've yet to decide where I want that to go. Oh, fudge nips. I forgot the most important part of the computer. And now I have to basically redo all this wiring yet again. Oh my gosh, I am silly. You see, when you're building a computer, you may have heard this from real computing sometime or another, but real computers have this thing called a clock. You may or may not have heard of that. But what a clock does is, oh man, just okay. Basically, the computer doesn't have an input for a clock. I have neglected to add one, and our computer needs one. It's real unfortunate, but we need one. So the way I'm gonna do this, deflip 2, I think I've had it. Hang on, I'm gonna see which orientation this is, and it's already correct, conveniently enough. But I'm gonna knock this back in case it gets in the way. Hopefully it doesn't, but it might. So, yeah. Okay, now I need to connect all these wires, unlike in some of our other registers. And, okay. Now we have this thing completed. I'm going to add a torch on the side of all of these and redo the repeaters, because it can be slightly more efficient now. And you know, it's those slight efficiencies that make it so much faster. So, yeah. They should be in the same position for every single one. For the most part, anyways. But, oh, see? I just want to check to just make sure that is in the same place, because, I mean, they should be. They should be if they aren't. Okay, so this thing's working out fairly well, but, again, gotta move this back. And this back. Yep. Yep, this is... I'm just not even going to say anything right now. I'm just going to leave it be. Just leave it be. Okay, so if I add one there, it works. Okay, good. Now I can break all these torches. And, okay, now we have an input for the clock. And you know what this means. This means our inputs have to plug into them. Fortunately, we don't need those extra repeaters in front of them this time, so we can make this slightly more efficient than some other times we've done this. And I realize by doing what I'm doing right now, this is going to cause me to have to do some interesting wiring maneuvering. But hopefully that's going to work out for me, because if it doesn't, I'm pretty much screwed. And yeah. Honestly, at this point, I'm not even entirely sure why I'm not just redoing the whole video, but oh well, I'm doing this. Okay. So there's the next one, and here comes number 3, which comes from over here. Whoops, here. And I know it's going to end up being in sort of a weird pattern, but oh well. It's just the way it's going to have to happen, or this thing is just not going to work. Okay, almost. We're getting there. We are getting there. It's taking a long time, but we're getting there. Very, very slowly. I should really have done some of the construction off video. Because this video is just going to be ridiculously long. It's going to be ridiculously hard to compress. And, oh well. Just, oh well. We have it done now. And now we have an input for the clock. And now we have program memory. We have a command for turning the computer on and off. And we have an input for our computer's clock. Because computers have clocks. Believe it or not. Okay, hang on. Does this reach? I'm just curious. Okay, so that does also save our input, so this was the unfortunately more advanced system that we had to do. It's also unfortunately taken up a lot of video time. So I'm just going to, with that brief test of writing, I'm done. I'm going to make an explanation video of this sometime, probably after the next video when it's complete. So yeah, in the next video we're going to add a clock, add or actually probably write a program for this or something. And probably add a nice convenient control panel for it. So thank you. See you all in the next video.